media briefing. As you can see, my name is Ola Olukoyede. I'm the Executive Chairman of EFCC. I have here with me some of my top operatives, my colleagues. We are here this afternoon to let Nigerians know about new development in the fight against corruption in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that sometime January in 2025, we filed a charge against the SY Minister of Power for allegedly converting over 33 billion naira, money that was set aside for Mambila and Zungeru power projects. About 15 months down the line, but specifically on the 7th of this month, we secure conviction on all the 12 counts. But because the main defendant was not present, then he went into hiding. Like Nigerians we know, the issue of sentencing was shifted, was adjourned. And on the 13th of this month, he was sentenced in absentia, like you know. Since then, we have decided to open our intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, looking for him all over the place. And I'm happy to announce to Nigerians that at about 3:30 a.m. this morning, we arrested Mr. Salim Moma somewhere in Kaduna. This is a test of the commitment of the federal government of Nigeria to the fight against corruption in Nigeria, and to assure Nigerians that anyone who has pilfered government or national resources will not go unpunished. And the eagle eye of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission will always catch up with you wherever you are hiding. So it's important for us to let Nigerians know that we are working. There is no area that we will not go into. We will not leave any area unturned or untouched, just for us to ensure that we fulfill our mandate and to assure Nigerians that we will uphold our mandate, ensure that everyone, whether private or public person who has stolen Nigerian money, will be investigated and be brought to book. Thank you very much. And that is the news we want to break to Nigerians.
So where is he?
It's in our custody at the moment. It's in our custody at the moment. So any question?
But sir, when the court ruled the other day, they said he should be handed over to correctional facility. When is it arrested?
Okay.
I want to know whether it's right to be in the custody or the correctional facility. Since are already been convicted and have been sentenced.
That's right. I did tell you that the man just got arrested about 3:30 a.m. this morning, and there is no way we will just from there take him to correctional facility, since we have our own facilities there. But I will allow the prosecutor, the director of public prosecution, Mr. Rotimi Oyedekwese, who actually prosecuted that case, to answer that question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, as you are all aware, my lord sentenced the defendant and equally ordered all security agencies, not only limited to the EFCC, ordered all security agencies to ensure that this defendant does not have a hiding place. And the beauty of collaboration and tactical operation is what we are seeing displayed by the commission today. So barely a week after that order was made, we are now hearing a very good news that my lord's order has been complied with. So the process of transmitting him to the correctional center, I believe, is ongoing, and that is just the news that you tingle every eye. That the conviction is not just an order made without execution. Now the conviction was made, the judge sentenced, and now we are able to confront the man with the sentence. So we have to go and have his days in the correctional center. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you very much. To answer your first question, he was arrested somewhere in the Gaza in Kaduna. And secondly, as I'm talking to you, investigation is still ongoing with respect to other properties that we suspect the man owned. As a matter of fact, just a few days ago, we discovered another one. So we are still going to go after those properties. But with respect to the one that we have tied to the charges, of course, those ones have been forfeited.
This is one of the, let me say, is a new case where there's a new situation where we have somebody that gets bail and taken trial in court. We were low. What lesson has the service learned from this process? Especially, we are lucky to have found him here. If he had traveled to some states, some countries that we do not have, maybe does not have Interpol agreement, we find it difficult to bring him back to Nigeria. So, has the service learned any lessons from this process?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question as well. I also asked myself that question. Going forward, there is need for us to also review our processes, particularly as relates to ongoing proceedings in court. For every high-profile case, as a matter of fact, for every corruption case, we must be able to put every defendant under surveillance, because it's not in the interest of the country for somebody who is under criminal trial or criminal prosecution to escape from jurisdiction. So we are going to look at it. We are going to work with the court. We are going to follow all the legal and judiciary processes to ensure that we put all potential defendants, criminal defendants, under surveillance going forward. Thank you very much.
On the news of his conviction last week, you took the general of EFCC for question on a different matter. Has he been granted bail or is still
Please, let's focus on why we are here. And I've told you the reason why we are here. It's just to break this news to Nigerians that the convicted fellow has been arrested. And I believe that's good news for Nigerians. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.